Good morning here from Paradise. The weather today is a little bit more, it's like kind of foggy and socked in a little bit. Um, I did this whole interview setup last night, got everything set up, but then the wind was just too much for the mic I was using, so I had to like take everything down. But I'm gonna try set up a very similar interview setup this morning. Because as the events have been unfolding, there's been like things that are happening. It's really handy to try get some of those moments explained or talked about kind of as they're happening. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. I'm going to do an angle somewhere around here, and it's going to be on a slider, and it's going to go like that. So that's the angle we got to work with. Pretty minimal lighting setup, just maybe like a soft box, pop in some lights, that way the eyes stand out nice. But let's get this going. Okay, so this here is the interview setup that I settled on. I had it fully set up over there, but the sun was just kind of playing with us in the clouds, and so I had to kind of reevaluate and move real quick, so I didn't film any of the setup. But essentially what we've got going on here is kind of a daylight softbox with the Westcott 1x1 flex light, Rode NTG3. When we were packing, I had the blimp, which is essentially an enclosure that can go over the whole microphone with kind of a dead cat over that. And it's essentially the best system for isolating wind with a microphone. It just takes up space. And when we were packing, it just like came down to, do I bring it or do I not? And I didn't bring it, which I'm really regretting right now, because this windscreen sock thing works great, but I mean, there's nothing that can compare to like the full enclosure. So kind of kicking myself for that, but I guess I'm just learning for the next time. But this setup is pretty great. So we got the second shooter over there with the G7 with the 35 mil, just panning back and forth. Daylight fill, shotgun. Yeah, it's a pretty fantastic, like as far as interview setups go, it's like simple, but it's like really fantastic for out in the woods, because I mean, this is like a dream setup to have kind of out in the bush, and we have it here, which makes me really happy. I just have to make sure I utilize it. The balance that I'm like trying to do as things unfold is making sure that we're getting story elements explained in the manner as they're unfolding, so they feel more real. Because a lot of these points I could try like sit down with people afterwards and capture, but there's like an added excitement and energy in the person's voice and how they're sharing things and how they remember things when it's like as they are happening. And one of the things I try to do is like actually asking people questions as we're doing the events themselves. So like holding my camera there and asking what's going on right now. That's one method. And then kind of the other method, which I'm having to rely on pretty heavily for this project, is like being able to sit down with people, just because like there's mainly only ever one camera rolling by myself. And so there's a lot of things to look after, and it's very easy to miss things. So that's why I'm doing the interview heavy setup, and hopefully I'll just get enough like footage to kind of tie together what's happening here. But everyone else headed over to the Highlands. I've spent the last half hour or so kind of doing a gear detail, just getting, I mean, you're just constantly trying to keep on top of all the equipment. But it's been an amazing day so far, and gonna head out here and join the guys at the Highlands. Finished a pretty epic flight with Spencer out there killing it.
I'm always trying to do my best for you, Levi. That's what it's all about. Get shot.
I can't even.
Actually, I saw you in the corner of my eye when I was walking that way, and I thought that it was an airplane in the distance. So
Nice.
again, I was like, don't fall.
I'm wearing all the face masks because the bugs are stupid. Right when you're getting that like perfect shot, something decides to like land right on your thumb and try like bite you or like in your face. Bugs. It's good. Hey, filmer guy, what do you think?
What I think it's quite hard to do a not so epic shot because it's quite impossible.
Yeah, it's hard to get a bad shot here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I'm done with this rod.
You done?
Yeah, just with this rod, it's not real fun.
I feel like a good spot here to cast and let it go. Just got back to camp here. Tonight's pretty gorgeous. Everyone's feeling a little bit tired, so they're coming back to camp early, which makes it a good night to do again more interviews. So we're gonna get the generator going here and batteries charging. But I feel like really gross in my skin right now because there's bug bites everywhere and I just feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I need to get out of my skin, so I'm gonna jump in the water quick, enjoy that, and yeah. Well, just did 2 more interviews, which went really well. I'm kind of over by the lakeside there, just like such a picturesque background. It was pretty crazy. I'm feeling pretty tired. I've been offloading all the footage, and now I just got to make sure I got backup copies of everything, and then I'm going to bed. And yeah, so far things have just been going so fantastic. It's so good to be here and watching even just like one of those aerial shots on the laptop. It's just like it's pretty crazy. Like you can pretty much just point the camera in any direction and you're gonna get an amazing shot. So that's it for today. Remember, life's better when you make stuff.